Buenos dias, clase. Buenos dias. We're in chapter 6. Chapter 6. Okay, first of all, I think I told you that we were going to do the next two sentences on page 140 of your workbook, 4 and 5. That corresponds with page 238, 6.2. And I am feeling the pressure that I need to move on, and since I only have a short time to record, I want you to read that, the illustrated grammar, and read what it says in A and B. Then I think you'll be able to do, and look at the models on exercises 3 and 4. That will help you too, in order to write out the rest of the paragraphs, sentences on 140 in your workbook. Okay, it's as like she's as cute as he is, or something like that. That's what these tan como and tanto como things are about, but I just don't have time to go through them. So you can read about them just as easily as I can tell you about them. But I do want to go on to la página 222. We don't have a very long assignment today, but we do need to go over all of these things. We're going to be using a lot of the tener que, to have to do something, or debe, someone should do something, or es necesario, it's necessary to do something, or hay que, which is hayque, and that means someone should, hay que tender las camas, someone should make the beds. Okay, so we're going to use those 4 expressions. They have to be conjugated out. Well, hay que doesn't, es necesario doesn't, but the other two, you're not going to say tener que, you're going to say tengo que. Yo tengo que. I have to do whatever. And so let's look on 222, and it's just easier if you look on your book and I look at mine. First at the top, en la casa de los Ruiz, in the Ruiz house. I don't know why I like to start at the top, but I do. I like to start at the top and go left to right and then down. So there's a room and there's a clock in it, and it says, de noche es necesario prender la luz, or encender la luz. Both of those means to turn on, like to turn on the light. So basically what that's saying is at night it's necessary to turn on the light. All right, and then Marisa in the middle room there, Marisa debe apagar la luz. So that's saying that Marisa should turn off the light. Marisa debe apagar la luz. Then it shows the employee, la empleada, she's a helper. There goes a child of mine. La empleada doméstica, so she's a domestic help, basically. Tiene que limpiar el piso. So the domestic help, or the whatever they call it, a maid, has to clean the floor. La empleada doméstica tiene que limpiar el piso. She has to. See how they conjugated tiene que? Okay, then look at Andrea. Andrea necesita preparar la cena. Andrea needs to. Now in this case, if they say necesita, you will conjugate that. Yo necesito preparar la cena. I need to fix dinner. Andrea necesita preparar la cena. She needs to prepare or fix dinner. If it's saying, hey, those two are going to, let's say it's Sally y Jose. Sally y Jose necesitan preparar la cena. So that one does need to be conjugated. But if you say es necesario, it's necessary to do something, you do not have to conjugate that one. Look at Clarisa. Clarisa debe regar las plantas. Clarisa should water the plants. Then outside the front door, it says, hay que barrer aquí. That's where you would say someone should sweep here. Someone should sweep right here. Hay que barrer aquí. Barrer is to sweep. Pedro tiene que cortar el césped. Pedro needs to cut the lawn, cut the grass, mow the lawn. Cortar actually means cut, but you could say mow the lawn, and that would be fine. Now look at the bottom picture of the other house. En la casa de los Saucedo, we have the two ladies who work there, the maids. La empleada doméstica tiene que desempolvar. Desempolvar means to dust, desempolvar. And then la empleada doméstica, so it says tiene que desempolvar y pasar la aspiradora. And that just means to vacuum. It literally means to pass the vacuum around or through everything, but we'll just say she needs to vacuum, pasar la aspiradora. Then hay que tender las camas. That just means someone needs to make the beds. Hay que tender las camas. Make the beds. Somebody needs to. Hay que lavar los platos. Someone needs to wash these dishes. Hay que lavar los platos. And then look at Andrea. Andrea tiene que sacar la ropa y planchar. Amanda has to dry the clothes and iron, planchar. Secar la ropa, dry the clothes. Planchar is to iron. And then the last one, Ernestito tiene que darles de comer al gato y al perro. Literally, this is saying Ernestito has to give food to the cat and the dog, but we would just say feed the cat and the dog. Feed the cat and the dog. So that's that. If you don't remember deber and tener que, you could look back on chapter 5 in the blue part. It talks about those. Also I-K, H-A-Y-K. Okay, so all you're going to do today is not much. First of all, you're going to do that thing I just told you about, 4 and 5, write those sentences out. So that's kind of long, and read the blue section. But then you're going to do actividad 7, and you just need to use either deber or tener que. Use their name, like Luis. Looks like Luis has to do dishes. Luis has to do dishes. So Luis tiene que lavar los platos. Luis tiene que lavar los platos. So Luis has to wash the dishes. If you're not sure, because like they didn't have take out the trash here, did they? It should be in your vocabulary list. The next one, Pablo tiene que, and it should say sacar la basura. If it's not over here, let's look. Sacar la basura. Yes. Household chores. You'll find everything you need there. So I just told you 2 of them. There are only 6 of those, so that's pretty easy. And then you're going to come over to your, oh, there's number 6. Forget about number 6. You don't have to do number 6 on that one part. I'm talking about the part that you're going to read. You do have to do all 6 of the ones I just said. Sorry about that. I'm just looking at my, okay, then you're going to do page 142, exercise E. You're going to write 5 sentences. You're going to choose a subject on the left-hand side. You know, maybe you could say yo. Then you're going to use one of these, tener que, to have to do something, or deber, ought to do something, or necesitar, needs to do something. Like, I need to make the beds. I need to. I would say, yo necesito tender las camas. I'm just going to make a sentence. Or I could say, my husband has to, what does he have to do? Take out the trash, or else I get really mad. So I would say, mi esposo tiene que sacar la basura. Mi esposo tiene que. It's not tengo que, because that's I have to do it. It's he has to do it. Mi esposo tiene que sacar la basura. He has to take out the trash. What about my children? My children have to help me. So I could say, mis hijos, I'll say should on this one. Mis hijos deben ayudar a mamá. So my children should help their mama. Deben, because it's mis hijos, it's they need to. If I want to say I need to, debo. He needs to, debe. So you can just look at those. But anyway, those are 5 sentences that you're going to do. This should be relatively easy. And all of this is going to be, I'll let you know on the portal when all of this is due for this week. So, okay. Muy bien. Adiós. Nos vemos. Que les vaya muy bien.